Welcome back to Wide Gaming. Today we're going to be going over the Nightingale Journal, and this one is all about realm cards. Realm cards add an absolutely awesome amount of replayability to the game. Simply by changing a few of the cards, you'll be able to vastly change the realm that you're going into, and that changes the gameplay so much. It does everything from change the environment, change the enemies, change the harvesting and the loot that you'll actually come across in that realm. Now, this dev journal goes a hell of a lot deeper than what we've seen so far into the realm cards, and it is something that I'm very excited about with Nightingale. So, let's check it out.
So we thought a lot about how we would pay off this idea of many different realms and many different places to explore. And so early on in the project, we invested a fair bit of our time and effort and thinking into procedural generation. Over the years.
Now, a lot of people don't like procedural generation, and I don't get why. I don't think there's anything wrong with it in games. So many people say that it's lazy. But realm cards, with their so many possibilities and so many things that you'll actually be able to do, just imagine how long that's going to take for it to be handcrafted. There are... Oh god, I can't even think of the amount of possibilities that you can actually have with the realms. Because obviously you've got 5 cards, and each of those ones changes something. It can be slightly, but at the same time it can be absolutely massive. So doing this procedurally generated, I understand why they've done it. I think it's going to work really well. The amount of detail that the team has put into a lot of other things has gone so well. If that carries over to the procedural generation and the tweaks that they'll make with it, that's going to be brilliant.
Years that system got more and more sophisticated to where we could really see the potential of not just having these realms available
that was gorgeous.
for players to go explore, but to actually empower players to control what they see inside of the portals via realm cards. And the realm.
So there we go. There we got the realm card slot. I know they show it a little bit better later on, but I like that. So there's your 5 holders there, which will put the cards into each one, and then that's going to completely change, so as you can see. So realm, biome, swamp. So there's that. Human, nature, creature, and astrological.
For players to engage in that procedural realm generation.
A lot of the things that players are looking for now, it's not just about getting one generated world, it's about the generation being meaningful and having some level of impact over what you're seeing so it doesn't feel arbitrary. So the realm card system is a way to mix that kind of player agency with the unpredictability and the surprise of a procedural system.
Players will be asked to craft realm cards based on recipes they discover or...
See, I love this. The fact that we're going to be able to actually craft them as well. It's not something that we'll be getting off the bat. We're going to be crafting each individual one, but we're going to have to go out and find them. So the harder the realm card that we craft, that will lead to a harder area, which in turn will gain us the recipes to actually gain a better realm card, and so on. It's just going to keep going, and things are going to get a little bit more difficult. But then once you've got a nice collection of them, you're going to be able to switch it up and go with so many different combinations, which, like I said at the start, brings about so much replayability, which is something that I think a survival game needs.
They discover or earn through the course of their gameplay. And once you craft those realm cards, then you go to a portal that you'll find in the realms. You have to discover those too. And then you play the realm cards in certain combinations. And so all of those things add up to a recipe that then informs the portal, what it's going to open on the other side of that.
That's very cool. I like that.
So we try to organize realm cards into biome cards, major cards, and minor cards. Biome cards will introduce over time. We've got the swamp, the desert, and the forest right now, each with their own unique environmental challenges. Major cards represent really big things that will happen in the realm when you play those. And then minor cards, there could be dozens of realm cards in the minor set when we release into early access that have little adjustments and little tweaks on what you get on the other side.
So say that you want to go out and you've got a few different environments you could go to.
Oh wow, look at that. That's a new enemy. That's something we haven't seen yet, I don't think. That's very cool. It might not even be an enemy, to be honest.
Choose. Do I want to go to a forest? Do I want to go to a desert? That's the kind of thing you'll
Wow. Huh. See what it just looks gorgeous. That's amazing. And yes, procedural generated. And I know a lot of people say, you know, you miss out on those fine little touches that are made by a human, but I still think that looks brilliant. Yes, it is a barren wasteland, but there's also a lot going on in that wasteland.
your cards for. Then beyond that, maybe you want to go hunting. Maybe you want to go looking for natural resources. Maybe you're just looking for something new. And so you might have a card called something like The Hunt, and playing that on top, you're going to get...
So that's another thing that I really like about the realm cards. They can help you with gathering. So rather than like certain games, you have to see, oh right, I need to get to this point on the map. Which, okay, we'll just go through this area and then we're there, you know. This is, let's go to, we need to add this card, so that's going to add something in this realm. But at the same time, we can add a different biome, or we can add some modifiers to that realm. So it mixes it up on the other side. You can also have a load of fun fighting something whilst going and just gathering some resources, which I like. That's smart.
More of that focus on dangerous creatures that
this makes every journey different.
To collect their hides, or just you want a good fight. And on top of that, you might be thinking, well, I really, I don't like nighttime. I find it stressful. I don't feel like that today. Well, maybe there's a card you can play on top of
Oh, wow. What is that?
There's
a weird dino.
On top of that to make it so that the sun never sets. So once you've opened the realm cards, you'll have a portal that you can go through to get to that realm. As long as that portal stays open, you can go into that realm. But once it closes, that realm is lost. Using the same combinations of cards in the future will get you the same type of realm, but it won't connect you to that exact same one before.
I like that, but I also hate that at the same time. You can have, as they said, so many different realms that you might never actually get back into the one realm. It could be ever so slightly different each time you go. So just because you've got a swamp doesn't mean it's going to be the same type of swamp that you went to the first time. Or I think that's brilliant. It brings a lot of surprises with each playthrough of a realm, and each time you go into the realms, you're never going to know what to expect.
So as you stack up realm cards and go further and further on your adventures.
That is very, very cool. Look at that. I don't know whether that's going to be an enemy or not. It looks like a pig / donkey / unicorn with an axe.
You're going to find higher and higher
that was a dodgy threesome.
resources. And if you craft things out of those higher and higher tiered resources, the gear that you make will be more powerful and stronger as a result. And so you're going to want to progress and find those more challenging realms so you can get those better resources, so you can keep up
so it is an enemy.
with the ever more dangerous challenges you're going to face.
The one thing you can do is if you're playing with your friends and they've used a set of realm cards that they have, maybe even ones you haven't seen before, they can open up a portal and you can go through. So if you have friends who've gotten some exciting cards and want to show you the way, then you can tag along and maybe hope to make those cards yourself one day.
That's good, because then that doesn't separate the players. Some games, they separate the players where you haven't got this, so this player in your party can't actually join. But with doing that, that's going to be nice for people that are playing together. Especially if you've got a friend that's just got the game, you can pop the realm cards in, they can come in and just give them a head start with some better gear. I like that.
So players have the chance to declare any realm they want to be their respite realm. And that respite realm is where you will return to if you die and can't be resurrected, where you can fast travel to if you find yourself in a significant amount of danger, and where you're going to be building your estate, which is your main base and the place you're going to invest a lot of your crafting efforts. You're going to customize your estate for creative expression.
I like that we can choose a realm. I wasn't 100% clear on that before. I knew you could make a little base in realms, but I didn't know you could actually create a settlement in a realm. So I know for a fact that I could see myself and a lot of other people doing this, where you create a nice settlement in one realm and then you end up finding something else and you're like, oh, okay, let's settle here now. And it's just going to be a vicious circle of rebuilding constantly. But that's the beauty of a game like this, that we are going to be able to do that, and the freedom of choice is going to be there massively. There's going to be so many things to choose from. The communities and the actual building aspect is brilliant. I love so much of it. I've covered a little bit of it before, but we're going to go into that on another video. I have missed some of the dev journals. I've been pretty damn busy, but this is one I had to check out.
So where exactly your respite realm is up to you. It might make a lot of sense to put it somewhere that's calmer and more peaceful, has lots of nice resources. But if you want to be living in a dangerous swamp filled with all kinds of deadly creatures and you think that that's exciting,
Jesus,
we're not going to stop you.
We also encourage players to build all of their estates in the same respite realm, so you can have different players all deciding that one realm is going to be their respite realm, and that really unlocks social gameplay. You've seen some of that in our trailers, players all building out these really interesting towns where they customize their estates to help each other and do certain things better than as they focus on crafting.
That's beautiful.
Eventually, if you choose to move on and move your respite realm, then you'll close your last one like any other kind of realm. But that is the one kind of persistent place. You know, when you log back on, that's where you're going to be. So realm cards are something we can keep adding to as we keep working on the game. New content, new cards to give it to you. They're not something that we have a set number of. We keep adding to it more and more to show you new.
That's another thing I really like about these.
That we monetize. There's something that are available for you to craft, and keep seeing new places as we go on.
As we talk about realm cards here,
so that just adds to the massive open end of the development. They can continually add so much in terms of realm cards, and then extending off of that, they can add so much in terms of new enemies, and extending off again, new loot. It's just going to be there's so much that they can do with these cards. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I love them. I've not seen something like this in a game before. If there is something like this in a game out there, please let me know, because I'd like to check it out.
I get so excited to imagine the kinds of realms they're going to create and discover through the course of their journeys by playing different realm cards in different combinations. I can't wait to see what they come up with and find.
That was brilliant. Absolutely love that. The more I see on the game, the more excited I'm getting. I've been keeping tabs on all the dev journals. I haven't been doing much content-wise on the journals. I haven't had time. I've been manic. But love that. I think that's beautiful. And I can't wait to see a little bit more. The dev journals are quite frequent. I am going to try and make an effort to cover everyone from going forward. I've cleared up some free time. I've moved some things around. So hopefully we'll be able to get on all of them. It might not be on the day of release, but we will get around to them. For now, though, we are going to wrap that one up there. Please let me know what you think of the format of the video. Normally, I would play that video in the background and then talk about it, but I like to be able to... I want to try something new. I'm testing loads of different formats for videos over the next few weeks just to see what works best, because I want to fine-tune some things and get everything ready and go off 2023 with a hell of a big bang. I've got some big plans coming for that. So subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. If you have enjoyed, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of Nightingale and their realm card functions. For now, though, I've been Wyatt. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.